Hey guys, Lori Ramos here. Welcome back to Millennial Business Owner Day in the Life series. This video took me a while to get up, but without further ado, here are a couple days of my life.
All right. Hi everyone. I wanted to just bring you into a little glimpse of my day, and keep in mind I am driving completely hands-free. This is safe. So I'm headed off to a meeting with a woman who I've actually never met in person yet, but we're already doing some business together, which is super exciting. She came to me as like a referral from I think like a friend of a friend. And the reason why I wanted to bring it up is because a lot of people I talk to talk about, how do I earn new business, and how do I get new leads, and what am I doing wrong, and where do you really want to be spending your time? So here's the thing. If you're having conversations with people about something you really care about, and it's something that you know makes a difference, what I always recommend people do is don't just sit around and wait or go to a networking group and hope and pray someone's gonna call you. Get out there and have conversations, show up for your friends, show up at an event, and be yourself. And the thing is that if someone has an interest or a need that you serve, when you're just there being yourself, like I'm weird, I'm high energy, I'm excited, that just leaves people with a certain feeling like, wow, I want to be around her. And I'm not saying this is what I get. This is the feedback I've gotten. Like, wow, you're an inspiration. I really want to work with you. I hear it a lot. How can we work together? And that's not because I said, hey, we should do business, or hey, you have a problem and I can solve it, or like, did you know I did this? Like, that, it doesn't even come up that way. It's just, I share about what I'm up to, which I am genuinely so excited about. And people can find themselves in what I share. Like, yeah, wow, I can see why you're doing that. Or that really would make a difference. Or like, wow, that's so impressive that you'd be doing that, because I know a lot of people who really need it. And I wanted to share that with you because it's really led to a lot of exciting new things that I couldn't have planned for. All I can really do with my time is plan to set calls, be intentional, just be myself, share and ask a lot of questions, be curious, be in the inquiry of what other people are doing with their lives, what they're interested in, what they need. And a lot of the times on phone calls or in person, I'm listening for what I can do for them. So in, one meeting with someone who was once a stranger and is now my friend, I'll probably send them 3 or 4 personal email introductions of people I think they should know or get together with for a multitude of reasons. They might have a lot in common. They might serve a purpose that I think a friend of mine really needs. Maybe I see that there could be an alliance there that maybe had I not introduced them, maybe they never would have met. And a lot of magic just continues to come of it. I've gotten referrals and recommendations sent to me from people this way because now I'm top of mind. And not because I do a lot of great stuff, although maybe I do. It's more because I was compassionate. I took the time to listen. I spent time with them. I gave them some ideas or some tips or things they could bring into their life or business. I sent them new business or new inquiries. And now they want to do that same thing for me. And I don't expect it either. In fact, there are plenty of times or instances where that doesn't happen, or maybe it doesn't happen right away. So what's the point, right? Like, I just want to empower you to look at how you spend your time and maybe not worry so much, because if you're always thinking, how am I going to grow? How am I going to get this new client? How am I going to get that new money? Think about it. There's pretty much 2 outcomes. Either you're going to grow or you're not. And I don't really like that. That sounds a little risky to me. I would rather be in a conversation where there's so many outcomes that it's almost impossible to keep up with. Like, if I were to set myself 10 phone calls this week, that could be a goal and a way to spend my time. Now I've gotten 10 30-minute phone calls, opportunities to practice my pitch, share my ideas, get feedback. That's a great way to set up a call, is just ask for some honest feedback. Also make a difference for people, right? Because I might share an idea that could really impact someone. And then see what kind of results you produce from there. I think it's much more worth tracking and measuring your results in the way that you spend your time connecting with people. And by the way, I've made some really incredible friends, and they do live local to me. And had I not gone to, say, a certain meeting or networking group that day, I may have never met them. I actually just got off a call with someone who I met at a women's networking group, and we just randomly happened to chat before the meeting started. We shared back and forth. We had a phone call. Most of the stuff we've done together was not related to my business, and after talking, she was left with feeling so inspired. I gave her some great ideas that are simple and immediately effective and something she can implement right away to help her on her new journey in her new business. And she was just called to say, hey, maybe we should work together. If this is what you do for people, I could see wanting to work with you. Maybe you could tell me more about it. And it wasn't the purpose of the call. It wasn't what I went in hoping would happen. It just organically came about. So that is one of the ways I spend my time, is, answering questions for people online, posing questions, asking for feedback. Hey guys, so I'm just checking in with you in the middle of the day. I just got out from the appointment with the woman I was telling you about before. We had a really great conversation, and I found this cute little cafe right here. You can kind of see it. So I'm just stopping to have lunch between now and my next appointment, and I'll check in with you later.
Hi again. I just wanted to check in because I'm back in my home office and I am working on recording all of my online training modules. So I've been consulting with people one-to-one or small group, a lot of times right in their office or virtually. And what I found is that having a pre-recorded version would just be a way to kind of level up for people if they're, maybe their budgets are a little bit tighter, or they want to be able to watch, rewatch, rewind. So I am working in Wondershare Filmora right now, editing those videos. So I'm very excited about that. It's been both hot and very cold today, so I've gone in and out of outfits to try to keep up with this crazy weather. I'm also wearing my blue light glasses, which I will link for you in the description box below if you're like me and you're on screens a lot on your computer, or if you're watching TV on a break. If you don't know me, I advocate very much for taking breaks, and I love to watch my favorite shows. The blue light glasses help to deflect the blue light from those different devices, so it's not so harmful on your eyeballs. So yeah, I will tell you the ones that I got, or similar ones if I can't find them, probably from Amazon or something, below for you. And I will check back in with you a little bit later. I'm back in the car, but don't worry, I'm parked. It just wouldn't really be a day in the life if I didn't bring up that I'm at the train station every day picking up my husband and dropping him off. It's one of my favorite parts of the day, although I miss him all day long. It's that boundary for me. I really don't plan on doing any work when we're together. That's the time that I get to spend with him. I get his permission if something important or special comes up and I do want to, head to an event or have a phone call, and not permission because I need an okay, but it's a partnership, right? So he knows that I gave my word that that's our time. So we're working out together. Sometimes we run some errands, we cook dinner, or we reheat the dinner that we've already prepped or cooked. We're watching our favorite shows at night. So I often get praise from especially other women business owners and other moms and just women in general, wow, it's so great that you spend time with him. It's so great that, you're not booking calls. But, as much as I get praise and I do demonstrate and sort of practice what I preach, I really invite you, if you're watching this, to do the same thing, Draw that line in the sand for yourself. So you can even set your forward-facing business hours to be 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, whatever works. And that way, behind the scenes, if you do want to take on a project or do something, it's your time and you get to say. So if you want to be able to, be on the phone while the kids are playing and have access to whatever you're doing, fine, cool. If that's empowering and that works for you, awesome. But for me, it just really works to be present and with him as much as I am with anyone else, with any of my other appointments or people. So these are just things that I think about throughout the day, and these are things that are really, really important to me. And when I share about them, people are so excited and inspired. So if anything, my hope and intention is to empower and inspire you to set those boundaries for yourself and be a no to whatever you need to be a no to whenever you need to be a no to them. So I'm going to sign off for now, and I will catch you back in the next clip. Hey, so I just wanted to check in. It's the next day now, and I know it's kind of a day in the life sort of video, but I think this clip is worth it. I just finished a meeting that went for about 2.5 hours or so. It's an empowerment group that I belong to, and I just had such an amazing time, and the conversation we had was really meaningful. And through that conversation and the very intimate setting and the private sharing, I actually had someone who felt so inspired and called into taking action that they just booked one of my workflow sessions with me in the next week or so. So that was like a total bonus. Did not expect that to happen. And I also wanted to tell you a little bit about where I am. So check this out. This is my car. That is what I'm watching right now. So after the session, I noticed on my way in that on this beautiful little Main Street downtown area, there was this cute little bagel shop. So I decided to stop for lunch and take a break. As you will start to get to know me, you'll love that I am very intentional about scheduling my break time. So this is just a time to wind down. Mostly unplugged. I'm watching one of my shows right now. As you can see, it is propped up in my car. Yes, I am in my car taking my break, and then I'll be heading back to my office so I can be recording some more of my videos later on. But I don't know what people expect in terms of understanding what the life looks like for someone who works for herself, a solopreneur, an entrepreneur. To me, this is glamorous. To me, this is exciting. I can just pull around the corner, get it done. I could be doing emails. I've many times set up my office right here in my car on my lap with free Wi-Fi from either Xfinity or, say, a Starbucks parking lot or something, where I just set up, take my calls, anything you do in your office. So for me, not being tied down to one typical physical location is absolutely the way to go. I'm totally, by the way, distracted by this glare. Super annoying. So we'll just get rid of that. That is a solution I could have thought of about 2 minutes ago. Anyway, so just checking in, keeping it real. Didn't doctor up the way I look, couldn't change anything, and nothing fancy here, but it really gets the job done. So that's it for now. I will check in with you later.
All right, so that is it for this week. Thank you so much for checking in with me, sharing with you a couple of days in the life as a millennial business owner. I thought that week, the couple events that I shared with you are really important to show you the different kinds of landscapes I work in, from a car to an office to the different meetings that I go to, and a couple of lessons that I've been learning along the way that I think are really important to share with other solopreneurs and millennial business owners. So if you have any requests for certain kinds of videos or content you'd like to see, questions you have, please leave them for me in the comments below. And in the meantime, if you want to check in with my Instagram account where I post just about every single day, I have my Instagram handle for you right here. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video.